starting lineup for Miami. They've got Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center position. And for the Celtics, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Here's Hero. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
The drive by Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And what a drive by Tatum. Striking suddenly and slamming it in before the defense can get in his way.
Adebayo is screen on Holiday. Back to Adebayo. And yep, it's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Holiday. The kick to Tatum. Left side, Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Tatum can't hit. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size. He seems to be in the right spot most of the time. And don't forget about Drew Holiday. He's got some ups, more than capable of getting up there to the rim.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Miami shooting their first free throw of the night here. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
You think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Hero. Wiggins passes to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Hero, no good. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum finds Porzingis. The kick to Tatum. Here's the 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowded, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Tatum. Miami making their last shot. Off target from three-point range. 1:31 left in the first. Tatum against Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Now you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
Outside White. Back to Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Porzingis can knock him down from out there, just looking for some consistency.
Heat leading by 3. Down low. Here's Ware. The rebound, Celtics. Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Porzingis. Brown against Wiggins. Now here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. Fires the three. Adebayo grabs the board. The Heat have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's Ware. Over Porzingis. And it's Ware missing. White on the wing. He's guarded by Hero.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball.
Celtics ball.
Outside Porzingis. No good. Misses at the buzzer. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's Hero. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Jaquez has got 5.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Here's Holiday. Adebayo with the rejection. Yep, count it. Give him 8 points now.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo's going to win out.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
And it's Tatum missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now here's Hero. Turnaround Jay. Porzingis grabs the board.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Adebayo with it. Now guarded by White. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Adebayo's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, Bam Adebayo's so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Outside Holiday. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his 3rd assist of the night.
What strength inside from Holiday. Feels like he can score against anyone in the league with that size.
Now here's Adebayo. He's got 10. Hero outside from deep three-point land. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Pass to Brown. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Kicks it to Hero. Pass to Ware. Holiday against Hero. 4 on the clock. Wiggins outside. And here's Jaquez. Drills it from deep. Jaquez has got 8 points.
And Wiggins is a capable passer, someone that wants to hit a guy in the right spot.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And for Porzingis, gosh, the dunk looks so easy.
Wiggins looking around. Pass to Ware. Back to Wiggins. This one for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Wiggins making quick decisions with the ball, not wasting any time getting that shot off.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Miami leading by 6. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Kicks it to Hero. Fires from deep. On target from range. Hero's gotten his second bucket of the game.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero, so confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Adebayo with it. 2 points. That one goes. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Terry Rozier is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 slot. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, but those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Cornette sets a screen, drives to the hoop, shoots. Here's Davison, Robinson defending, and there's a 3-second violation.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Miami leading by 10. Here's Rozier. Missed inside.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Davison, pass to Craig. He buries it from 3. Craig's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Pass to Jovic for 3. The rebound, Celtics. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast. So the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
And Duncan not only moves himself, he moves the ball quite well.
Celtics trail by 9. Well, Brent, the reputation of Duncan Robinson is as a shooter, but he's added to his game.
A little bit, BA. It's still going to be shooter first, but Duncan doing a much better job of reading some of the double team in action coming at him to run him off the line. So that assist number, that's been growing.
And the basket by Highsmith.
What vision from Rozier there, seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
Ooh, poked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
Boston ball.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. The three from Craig. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Cornette's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. Oh, Robinson with a block. Oh, ripped away.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here's Davison, pounded by Rozier. Craig on the wing. Pass to Cornette. Back to Craig. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, it's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
assist.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And Love with the basket on the assist by Rozier. Rozier's got 4 assists in the game.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Out to the right wing. Love for 3. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 16. Craig passes to Pritchard. Second shot opportunity. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Robinson for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Well, that's his specialty right there. His confidence firing off the catch is remarkable.
Pritchard, no good. Heat leading by 16. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Left side, Love. Right side, Robinson. 5 on the clock. Fades back. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Love's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jump ball.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
For 3, Robinson. And again, Miami with a triple.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it.
And so it's the Miami Heat sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court, Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. They get the rebound. White, good.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Rozier against Holiday. Pass to Jovic. Back to Rozier. And again, no good by Miami. Celtics trail by 19. Floats one up. Love grabs the miss.
Boston foul.
Love's got 4 rebounds in the game. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
At the line for the Heat.
So Miami ends up going with a new group. Miami leading by 20. Hero outside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. He was all alone on that one.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Here's Tatum. Soft touch off the glass.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Wiggins outside. Lets the 3 fly. Holiday grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 21. Here's White. And Hero grabs the board. Hero's got 4 rebounds now. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. It's Holiday with a drive. And Holiday powers it home.
Great decision by Holiday to sprint towards the hoop for the high percentage shot inside.
Wiggins for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
It's Wiggins on the wing. Clock at 4. Over White. Wiggins, no good.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And there's White. That's good on the assist from Brown.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
1:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ware. Now Wiggins. He's guarded by White. Here's Ware. The rebound, Celtics. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. White, the pass to Tatum. That one is off. Good D by Adebayo. Heat leading by 21.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Bam Adebayo.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up. He threw himself into a lot of plays.
Adebayo finds Hero. Back to Adebayo. There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth. Ware. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Heat lead by 20.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Wiggins outside. Shoots over Brown. They get it back. He shoots again. Here's Ware. Lays it up and banks it in.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again.
Welcome, everybody, to another a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Ricochet and Johnson. Levert out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 down low. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now here is Holiday, following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Ricochet with it. He's covered by Brown. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Tatum. The layup missed. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. That one good for 2. Okongwu's now got his second bucket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And Boston has possession after the basket by Atlanta. The kick out to Brown. Into the lane. And he converts the layup.
Now, don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
Here is Daniels, guarded by Holiday. Now Daniels. Up top, Okongwu. That shot wide open. Okongwu's now got his third basket of the night right there.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Brown with a screen on Johnson. Tatum drives in. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Ricochet looking like a polished shooter already.
Porzingis is double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Atlanta with it. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And that one's good. Daniels.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. .156 left to play in the first quarter. Tatum drives in, and the dunk by Tatum.
Don't sleep on Jason Tatum's athleticism. This guy attacks the basket with ferocity.
Inside, here's Johnson. Porzingis with the block. Brown feeling it out a bit. Now here is Holiday. He's covered by Daniels. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. For the 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Celtics trail by 7. Brown outside. And stolen by Okongwu. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Finishes the break with a slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Porzingis with the steal. Out to White. Porzingis with a screen on LeVert. Here's White. Rebound by the Hawks.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. The kick out to Holiday. Tatum on the wing. And another miss by Boston. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Daniels. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's Atlanta. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And the other thing that's working for them, too. That's this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Johnson can't hit.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Boston with it. They trail by 9 points. Porzingis finds Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot. He has 5.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Okongwu with a screen on Holiday. Pass to Okongwu. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Tatum passes to Brown. Ricochet with the steal. Johnson against Brown. Johnson outside. Pass to Okongwu. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, sipping in before the D can rotate.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, his chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Just 4 to shoot. Daniels. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trail by 12. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
How easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. Shoots over White. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's Brown missing. The Hawks leading by 12. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th assist in this one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Asta Rizachet. Here's Johnson. To the paint. Lets the three fly. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Tatum's shot is off. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Got a piece of it. Holiday with the three. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds in the game. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Atlanta shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Here is Daniels. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Johnson, a wide open look. Second chance shot. Here's Rizachet. And they'll get another chance.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Rizachet ready to go once he got it.
Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
It's been all about Okongwu for the Atlanta Hawks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Onyeka. Oh, Jason Tatum finishes with authority.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Nance sets a screen for Young. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
A nice shot by Young. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
They get it again, and then slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. His three-pointers off the mark. Atlanta leading by 17. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
You have to do more than that against Larry Nance Jr. This guy is no stranger to physical contact.
Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. There's the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Nance has got his third bucket of the night.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, for sure. And some changes here for the Celtics. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Horford. It's Torrey Craig in for Jason Tatum. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. Craig with a screen on Young. Pass to Craig. To halt the run and finished off by Craig.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Young looking it over. The three ball. It's hauled in by Cornett. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Davison. Here's Pritchard.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Davison. Off target from outside. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And the dunk by Capella.
And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capella who can change ends like a guard.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Here's Davison. And again, Boston with the triple.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Young outside. Pass to Krejci. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Craig passes to Hauser. Offline with his three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The very definition of a high flyer, Larry Nance, my goodness.
And here's Young from the arc. They grab their own miss. Capella, the pass to Niang. Here's Krejci. Just 5 to shoot. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. For Boston, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Davison. Krejci with the rebound. Nance outside. And it's off from three-point range. The shot, no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. The Hawks on top, delivering the blow. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So Johnson sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Young. Hands out there with George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Krejci in at the shooting guard position. Here's Pritchard, defended by Young. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Atlanta's shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here on free throw coming up. So Boston ends up going with a new group, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
LeVert with a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A nice shot by Brown.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Johnson with a screen on Holiday. And that one's good. Daniels.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Daniels has got 6 points in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open. And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
And the dunk by Capella.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Johnson kicks to Capella. White against Johnson. Back to Capella. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To stop the run. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
Here is Daniels, guarded by Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Johnson against Tatum. Johnson attacking, and oh, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Holiday with the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Rizachet wide open. Capella dishes to Daniels. Pass to LeVert. And again, it's Atlanta.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Daniels from outside. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Porzingis with the ball. He's picked up by LeVert.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And the Hawks with possession here. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. Three-pointer, Daniels. That's his 5th miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. Pass to LeVert. Puts up a deep 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And so here's Atlanta. Daniels with it. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were, all right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Risache in at the 3. Now here's Hero. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. On the push, here comes Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Counted from distance.
And leaking out well in transition. I mean, I like seeing Daniels get rewarded for hustle.
Up top, Hero. It's Adebayo, high post. Back to Hero. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Jacks up a 3, and he buries his first look.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
They set the screen. Pass to Risache. From the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
I love how competitive this kid Risache is, coming right back with his own triple.
Hero finds Adebayo. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Off the mark there with a 3. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Wiggins. It's Jaquez on the wing. Back to Wiggins. Adebayo from long range. Oh, and Johnson with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Daniels, pounded by Wiggins. Okongwu, a screen on Wiggins. Daniels passes to Okongwu. And that one good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
LeVert with the ball. Guarded now by Jaquez. Here's Daniels. Takes a 3. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And he lobs it up. That's tipped.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
Now here's LeVert. Still without a bucket. Johnson a screen on Jaquez. Shot clock at 6. LeVert goes against Jaquez. The shot by LeVert, no good.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Risache, no good. Heat trail by 10. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Now, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Jaquez. 5 points in the game. Hero, left side. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Yeah, busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Okongwu, a screen on Hero. Here's Rizashe. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Outside Johnson. Got it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And an overpowering first quarter effort already. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, Rizashe and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Daniels misses.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Making it look so easy. Wiggins has crazy hops, can really get up there.
And Atlanta with possession here. Miami making their last shot. It's Daniels with a drive.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Jaquez no good. Atlanta leading by 8. He shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. LeVert's got his first points of the game.
On the fast break, LeVert's energy is everything. He sticks with the play the whole way and sinks it.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Pass to Jaquez. No good with the triple. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Here's Daniels. Miami making their last shot. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? Don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. But, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Now here's LeVert. There's the triple. The rebound by Ware. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Miami. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And that one drops.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Daniels, hounded by Wiggins. A minute 37 left to play in the first half of basketball. It's Daniels with a drive.
And Daniels doesn't mess around. When he's charging inside, he's focused on the flush.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Yeah, nice handoff by Hero. Moving it when the play doesn't get him a shot.
Okongwu, a screen on Wiggins. Jams it in off a great move.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
The offensive rebound. Hero outside. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Hero's got his second basket.
Yeah, coming in at full speed. Hero was just too quick.
Here's Daniels, pounded by Wiggins.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. LeVert goes against Jaquez. And he drives in. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Caris LeVert. Miami shooting their first free throw of the night. The free throw drops for Jaquez. Here's Krejci. Just 3 on the clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. So we conclude the first half. Hawks ahead. They lead by 6. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
The Hawks, 31. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. I was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
They've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Terry Rozier, and it's Jovic in at the 4-man spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Young against Rozier. Three-pointer. Oh, Trey virtually automatic from deep.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Rozier against Young. Rozier can't get it to go.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Krejci. Robinson defending. And it's Krejci missing. Heat trail by 7. Here's Love. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Young, the pass to Capella. Back to Young. Capella, screen on Rozier. It's scooped up. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
And just so active for his size, Capella is hard to guard.
For close to a decade now, Stan, Clint Capella has been a double-double machine.
Well, Brian, I think the key to Capella is he knows who he is. He's a great rebounder, rim runner, and shot blocker. And then he doesn't force things offensively. And that's why he's had one of the highest shooting percentages in NBA history.
KYG, know your game. So it's Atlanta now, following the bucket by the Heat. And Nance with the slam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Krejci. Sinks the tray. And it's an 11-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Throws it up high, and it's Capella with the jam.
And when the time is right, Capella can get up there. Great job rising up for the bucket.
Rozier against Young. Will it go? And the finish by Rozier as he lays it in. Rozier's got 8 points.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Capella, screen on Rozier. Here's Young. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Here's Rozier. Nance pulls down the board. Now the Hawks with it. They're on a 15-6 run. And that one's good. Young.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
This guy is a fighter. Rozier, just a workhorse who enjoys scoring on the aggressive coverage.
And Grant, the Heat, last season, retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Now here's Robinson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Novic's shot is off. Atlanta leading by 14. Young from long range. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nance, the pass to Capella. Here's Krejci. Kept alive with the second effort, and the nice layup by Young. Young's got 15 points in just the second half.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Highsmith goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Hey, if you give him room, he's gonna score the ball.
From deep three-point land. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. The Hawks lead by 17. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got, Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at small forward.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Ware. He drops it from range.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
Okongwu, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Daniels, pounded by Wiggins. Clock at 6. Here's Daniels. Outside for LeVert. Johnson for 3. And Atlanta misses again. Heat trail by 14. Poke loose. Pass to Ware. From deep. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Daniels, pounded by Wiggins. Okongwu, a screen on Wiggins. Now Okongwu. Here's LeVert from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 14. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now Adebayo. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jaquez against LeVert. Okongwu controls the rebound and the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Jaquez, the open look. Again, the Heat score. Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Right side Jaquez to the inside, and that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Picked it out of midair. Here's Daniels, and he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Atlanta leading by 14. Takes the three, and it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jaquez, the pass to Adebayo. And there's 1:45 left in the game. Back to Jaquez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Okongwu. Here's Daniels, hounded by Wiggins. The three is up. Good. And he's hit 8 of 14 now. A solid offensive performance.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Hawks.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
Here's Rizachet. Okongwu, a screen on Wiggins. Rizachet, no good. The Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. And Adebayo slams it in. And stolen by Adebayo. Wiggins outside. Off target from three-point range. Johnson on the wing. Hounded by Adebayo. Offensive rebound. Okongwu, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. 15-point game. Shoots over Johnson. Adebayo, no good. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rizachet. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some... all the... Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Adebayo. Jason Tatum missing his last shot.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
It's Hero with the drive. Misses from short range. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Porzingis with a screen on Hawkins. Here's Brown. Buried from 15 feet out.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Hawkins finds Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
Shot clock at 2. Kept alive. It's tipped. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Adebayo. Over Porzingis. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
It's good from long range.
You gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Now Hero plays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
Up top, Hero, guarded by Holiday. Hero, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
White finds Tatum. Off target with his three. The Heat trail by 3. Driving in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now, Hero has to wear. Now, here's Adebayo. Here's Ware. From downtown, Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston leading by 3. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them. A good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Here's White following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Outside, Porzingis. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Miami trailing. Hero with it. Has to Ware. Fires from deep. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. And stolen by Wiggins. It's stolen by White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Holiday goes in. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brown against Hawkins. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's White. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
We've got Jaime Jaquez. Wiggins is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center position. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Brown, and finished off by Brown.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
The Heat with the lead. Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Picked his pocket. Outside Hero. Here's Adebayo. Porzingis with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Ware kicks to Hero. They set the screen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim. But that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim racking, and it's worth it.
And great to see Porzingis share the ball. A great decision from the Latvian.
Wiggins against White. And that one's good. Wiggins has got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. Throws it down, JT!
And scanning the floor well. Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got a look.
Jaquez the pass to Adebayo. Jaquez with the screen on Tatum. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Jason Tatum. G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Now here's Brown. The kick out to Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. From the arc. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
I love seeing Adebayo run the floor like this. Fantastic job leaking out and beating everyone to the spot.
And Tatum puts up a deep 3. Miami grabs the miss. To the inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for the Celtics.
Celtics substitution.
It's stolen by Adebayo. All alone. And Adebayo throws it down.
This is the benefit of having an athletic big man. Adebayo doesn't need help in the open court. He can handle the break on his own.
Now, here's Craig. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Holiday. 6 to shoot. They can't stop the run with that one. Miami leading by 9. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
And he makes that one.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Porzingis with a screen on Hero. His first shot coming late. Hits the front of the rim and out.
really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And Wiggins excels at reading defenses as well as understanding when to just catch and fire.
Porzingis kicks to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But great, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. On deep, Adebayo. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys. He has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did coach have some new ideas for them?
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Davison in at the 2-guard. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Boston making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Horford. And it's Tatum in for Torrey Craig. Here's Tatum. Robinson pulls it in. The Heat leading by 10.
Now you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Over to the left wing. Jovic passes to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jovic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 3 from Tatum. They get the rebound. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And Rozier's not one to be afraid to take things into his own hands. He'll get inside and get physical.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Up top, Tatum. 10 points for him.
Quick first step by Tatum, then look out.
And so here is Miami. Rozier looking around. Pass to Jovic. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
A second chance effort. Miami grabs the miss. Robinson on the wing. No scoring in this one. Outside Rozier. Shot clock at 5. Love can't hit. Celtics trail by 15. 1:50 2:58 left in the third quarter, and the Celtics can't hang on to the ball.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's Rozier. He's got 6. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Rozier up top. 8 points for him. Pass to Jovic. Love right side. And another basket for Miami. Here's Tatum. He's got 14. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot.
For almost anyone but Tatum, that's a bad shot. But he has the range to make all of that just so easy.
Outside Rozier. Shot clock at 6. Jams it in off the great move.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Here's Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Celtics trail by 16. They've got Wiggins. Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Pass to Tatum. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Ware. Jaquez against Porzingis. Now here's Adebayo. Guarded closely. This one for 3. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trail by 14. Porzingis with the ball. Picked up by Hero. Right at the free throw line. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Porzingis. And that's 10 points for Jaylen Brown. And Miami's shoot has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Holiday against Hero. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Adebayo passes to Jaquez. And again, it's the Heat missing. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Brown dishes to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm. Whew.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Porzingis with the steal.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
And finished off by Brown.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Ware kicks to Hero. Pocket 6. Out to the right wing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Heat lead by 10.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player. You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
Pass to Ware, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 8. And Holiday kicks to Brown. From the left block. And he can't bank that one in. He'd have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Where Porzingis with the block. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And it's Tatum completing the break.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Adebayo with the screen for Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Higgins outside. 2 points. That one goes.
Oh, that's a nice take from Wiggins. You could see his eyes light up when he got that position.
Tatum with the screen on Wiggins. The shot by Holiday, no good. Miami's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Ware, good. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Heat.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
Yeah, I think it paid off, that's for sure.
Outside, Hero. Loads it up for Adebayo. And stolen by Tatum.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And White kicks to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup is good.
Drew Holiday.
Adebayo against Tatum. Now Adebayo. From deep three-point territory. It's off. And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, man. Congrats on the win. This arena was rocking tonight. What difference does it make when they're
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
This should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Craig in at the 3. Tatum from long range. LeVert with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Johnson passes to Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Craig with a screen on Johnson. Out to Craig. Jacks up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Tatum against Johnson. Tatum passes to Craig. Now here's White. And that's a foul called on Onyeka Okongwu. That's his first foul of the game.
Team first.
Outside White. Craig on the wing. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock.
Blocking foul. Ball ball. David Johnson. His first. Team second.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Tatum finds Holiday. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Johnson. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A. tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis. And they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Tons of first-step quickness from Daniels.
Boston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Tatum. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for 1 more at the line. That one on Johnson. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Okongwu, a screen on Holiday. Here's Daniels. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Daniels has got his second bucket of the night.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
The shot by Holiday, no good. LeVert outside. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Holiday. Daniels misses.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Johnson. Oh, he cocks it back and throws it down. Right on Porzingis.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Okongwu, a screen on White. And here's LeVert for 3. Tatum pulls it in. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. They trail by 3. White, the pass to Craig. Launches it. And there's White. That's good on the assist from Craig.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Holiday's over to help. Pass to Daniels. This one for 3. Drops in the 3. Daniels has got 7.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. Craig on the wing. Porzingis sets a screen. 5 to shoot. Back to Craig. For 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta leading by 3. The 3 from Rizashay. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, a really good score off the bounce. Rizashay hits the brakes and lets it fly.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Atlanta's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
Here's Daniels. 7 points in the game. Johnson a screen on Holiday. 6 to shoot. Here's Daniels. From behind the arc. The shot, no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Atlanta on top. Up. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Rizashay in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
Yeah, that was great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Rizashay. And he throws it down with one hand.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Rizashay's future in this league.
The Hawks lead by 7. In transition, here they come. Outside Johnson. The 3. Boston pulls it in. Outside Holiday. Offline with a 3.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, BA, it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays, trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Okongwu with it. Picked up by Craig. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Rizashay. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Three-pointer, Holiday. Gets the 3 ball to go. Holiday's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. White against LeVert. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Johnson. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, BA? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Really good passing wing. Rizashay isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Back to Craig. 1:49 left in the first half. Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Boston. Sorry, Craig.
The first one falls. rebound, so Craig nails both of them. The Hawks lead by 4. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Daniels. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Oh, deflected. Craig with a steal. It's 2-on-1. And Tatum flying in for the fast break delivery.
That's good hustle. Tatum beating several guys up the floor, putting himself in a position to contribute.
LeVert goes against White. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on White. Atlanta shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Free throw good. LeVert.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Holiday. Tatum inside. Johnson on him. And Tatum fires one home.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
Okongwu, a screen on Holiday. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. And Atlanta misses again. Celtics trail by 4. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. LeVert with a rebound. Okongwu inside. 4 seconds left. And he lays it in. Okongwu's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Porzingis for 3. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Celtics trail by 6. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Jaylen Brown, and it's Hauser in at the 4. Brown passes to Pritchard. With the teardrop. Atlanta with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
Here's Brown. And Brown rising high for the finish.
This guy has crazy hops. Brown levitates over the floor.
Outside Young. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's give it up.
Cornette's checked in for Boston. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Brown. Good D by Niang. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They're leading by 8. Screen by Capella. Young, the pass to Capella. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
Almost all of Capella's shots are going to come from that kind of range. He's a big that's not trying to play out on the perimeter.
Again, the miss by Boston.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Niang. From outside, off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
There's Young with the 3. Wow! Young from deep three-point territory.
This is Trae Young's specialty. He's just going to stretch out the defense.
Here's Brown. And that time also a missed shot. Atlanta leading by 13. Young from long range. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
For Boston, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you.
Well, take your choice. You either foul him or watch him dunk. No, actually, in this case, you could get both.
And here's Brown for 3. Again, Brown missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Now, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Celtics trail by 17. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Hauser can't get it to go. Here's Atlanta now. This run now up to 13-2. Niang, no good. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Celtics ball.
A minute 15 left to play in the third quarter here. Brown inside, guarded by Young, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
The shot. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Celtics trail by 17. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Brown's gotten 4 this quarter.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
Young from long range. Hauser grabs the board.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
The shot's good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Capella. Here's Young. Young missing again.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And there it is for him.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Atlanta on top. They lead by 13. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu in at center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Daniels. Connects from downtown. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Tatum from long range. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Daniels. No good from outside. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. 17-point game. White finds Porzingis. Three-pointer, Holiday. Hits the three-pointer.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
The three. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 14. White for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
It's LeVert on the wing. He's guarded by White. Pass to Shea. White with a steal. Ooh, here's White on the drive. 4-3. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's LeVert. It's good.
On the fast break, LeVert's energy is everything. He sticks with the play the whole way and sinks it.
The 3 from Craig. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer. And Shea, the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
White against LeVert. Picked up by Okongwu. From downtown. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
There is no coach that does not ask his point guard to distribute the ball. Holiday did just that with that dime.
LeVert goes against White. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Holiday taking his time here. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot. And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Hawks.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And Johnson drops them both. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They trail by 16. They kick it out to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Pass to Craig. Tatum with a screen. Craig attacking. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That free throw no good.
Torrey Craig taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Atlanta with the ball. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Holiday. That one goes in.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Daniels. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaFleur.
front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Adebayo. Outside Hero. Puts it up. Nice form on the 20-footer. Hero's got the first points of the night for Miami.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Pass to Rizachet. Stolen by Hero. Now Adebayo. Johnson with the rebound.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Adebayo against Johnson. From the high post. It's hauled in by Hero.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Hero. Pass to Ware. Back to Hero. And he banks in the layup. Hero's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Johnson sets the screen for Rizachet. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
He'd have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
A welcome sign for sure. When Wiggins is connecting with the J, his offense becomes lethal.
Here's Rizachet, and it's blocked. Left side, Hero.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
There's the pick. Here he goes. Count it, good. Hero's got 6.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Adebayo drives in. Here's Ware, covered by Johnson. The Hawks trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. Pass to LeVert. It's LeVert on the wing. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Hero. Here's Ware. The layup off target. Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Here's Rizachet. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. He's got 5.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Rizachet can really do damage from the perimeter.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That'll be his second foul of the game. 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Pulls from the top of the key. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Wiggins surveying the floor. Banked in off the glass. Wiggins has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat out front. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Miami.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Tyler Hero. Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Here's Johnson, takes it inside. Jaquez with the rebound.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Miami leading by 12. Outside, Hero. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the boxing of this kid? Hero has flair to his game. He's fun to watch. And I tell you, he wouldn't be any fun to play against.
And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Jaquez with the ball. Scoreless thus far. Spins. Adebayo finds Jaquez. Lets the three fly. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Here's Daniels. He's covered by Hero. Pass to Okongwu. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. The team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
Back to Wiggins. They get a hand on it. Johnson surveying the floor. In transition, here comes Miami. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Okongwu against Jaquez. Jaquez with the rebound. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Into the lane. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Here's Riza-Shea. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Heat leading by 18. Jaquez outside. Adebayo with the screen on LeVert. Lets it go from 14. No good off the back of the rim. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Levert. Jacks up a three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
For Miami, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Heat lead by 18. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively, so what has to change?
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Clint Capella, Niang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Krejci in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Highsmith. Robinson for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League. And now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been. And he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Young against Rozier. This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys, though, can kind of be overlooked, like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
Love with the screen on Young. Here's Rozier, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Love outside. Back to Rozier. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And that one, good. Can we talk about this every night? So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Here's Rozier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Pass to Jovic. The 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capella who can change ends like a guard.
Rozier against Young. Young with the steal. Pass to Krejci. The tray. They get it back. Capella. And he jams it right over Kevin Love. Wow.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here's Rozier. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
For Miami, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Young taking his time here. Over Rozier. Young, no good. The Heat leading by 14. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella's in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Capella with a screen on Robinson. Here's Krejci. Knocks down the 3 ball. Krejci's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And so it's Miami. They're and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platform.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Heat, Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Highsmith in at the small forward position. Johnson against Adebayo. Pass to Ware. Shoots over Johnson. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 11. Johnson outside. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Right side hero. Ware, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Daniel. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Now, Wiggins sinks that one from the post.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Adebayo. Daniels, no good. The Heat leading by 11. Now, Hero. Poked away. Daniels with it. Picked up by Hero. Three-pointer, LeVert. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Adebayo against Johnson. Three-pointer. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. A nice shot by LeVert.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
It's Hero with the drive, and it's good for 2. And the Heat lead by 10.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And it's Shea missing. The Heat have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And Tyler Hero hits from deep. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter.
And savvy play by Hero, using the pull-up jumper to catch the defense off guard.
Such a wide open look. We've got 1:13 left in the game. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Miami Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Miami.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyler Hero.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Puts it up for Adebayo, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hero.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here's Atlanta, trailing by 13. Fires from way outside. Atlanta gets it back. Daniels kicks to Johnson. From deep three-point territory. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy,